natural fear of humans. They actually don't want anything to do with us. That being said, there have been accidents that have occurred in the past between humans and alligators. But in accident, you come to find that wild alligator had been fed by someone at one point or another during their lives, meaning that they lost that natural fear of humans that they would have otherwise, and they have now associated people and food. That's why it's prohibited to feed alligators out in the wild. We want them to keep that natural fear of humans. So I say that, and I come in with a bucket of food. Hear me out. The difference between the ones in here and the ones downstairs is that these guys are captive gators. They're born and raised in captivity. There's a law that states that if they are, then they must remain in captivity for the rest of their lives. Isn't that right, Bubba? That is because, let's say if I were to put my friend Bubba out there, the first person that he sees, he will be coming up to like this, expecting food. And that's because that's all he knows. Going into the anatomy of the gator, check out his beautiful, not so coy smile. In that smile, they've got about 8 teeth. They've got 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom. They can actually go to about 3,000 within their lifespan. If you look at his tongue is actually fixed to the bottom of his mouth. He is not able to move his tongue side to side. He can only move it up and down. Let me see if I can show you guys. Check it out. Only up and down. They use that to be able to push their food to the back of their mouth. They don't really chew on their food the way that we do. Isn't that right, buddy? Right here, they have their nostrils. They can open and close those nostrils. When they close those nostrils underwater, they can actually hold their breath anywhere between 6 to 8 hours in cold waters. At the very top of their heads, they have their eyeballs. Their eyes, they stick out. They look like they could get lost, especially in the type of, lost really easily, especially in the type of fights that alligators get into. But the truth is that they have a little trick up their sleeve. They have the ability to sink their eyeballs into their skull. It looks a little like this. Now you see them, and now you don't. Now you see them, and now you don't.
Spot.
That doesn't hurt him at all whatsoever. A little weird, kind of gross, but it doesn't hurt him at all whatsoever. If I touch around the eyes, he does it naturally. Again, they do this so that they don't lose those eyes.
Условная рефлексия.
Look at these right here. Those are their
Да,
ears.
когда она не боится, рядом с ним находится.
But they're there. You could also open and close those. They could use those to hear splashing prey, roughly up to about 200 yards away. Right back here, we have the tail. Very, very strong. A lot of power in this. About 90% muscle. These guys use this as a defense mechanism. And they also use it to swim. The way that they use it as a defense mechanism is that they do something called a tail whip. What it sounds like. They bring their tail as far back as possible to one side and whip it as hard as possible to the other side. So anything in this area can land directly in front of their mouths. They use this tail to swim as well. When they go into the water, they put their arms and legs back, and to swim fast, they move their tails from side to side. They actually use it, and they can go 15 miles per hour using this tail. These legs right here, they could also go 15 miles per hour on land. The only thing is that, yeah, they could go 15 miles per hour for about 10 seconds, and then they go back to laying down like this. And this is because they're cold-blooded. That's when these bumps on their back play a huge role. Bumps on their back are called osteoderms. You could also call them scutes. Basically, what they do not only work as a protective armor, but they also work as a solar panel. So whenever you see them laying down in the sun as if they were tanning in South Beach, they're not tanning. They're collecting that energy. It warms up their blood. It also helps them digest their food. They must be at 65 degrees or higher in order for them to digest their food. Otherwise, it sits inside their stomach, it rots, and it can cause them to get very sick. Alright guys, this is the part of the show where you guys have an opportunity to take a photo with an alligator. Don't worry, it's not going to be any of these guys in here. It's going to be a smaller guy. His name is Snappy. Never mind the name. But basically what we do here is called the face-off. What we do is what it sounds like. We bring them as close as possible to your face, and you can pose like you want to bite Snappy. Or you can pose like you want to give Snappy a kiss. You guys are interested in that photo. It's going to be taking place right here in this green area. So you can have a nice background. If you guys are interested in that photo, we do ask for $5 per person, which goes to all aspects of care for our wildlife. If you're not interested in that photo, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to take the photo, but we do ask for you guys to still exit this way. If you guys exit this way, you want to see the nature trail, you make a left. Back there, we have an enclosure with alligators and crocodiles. If you want to come back to the right, it will bring you right back to the exit. So I do ask if you guys to please stand up, line up, and wait for me there. I will be right out with Snappi in hand. Thank you guys.